stages of rock and roll.
Well, hello and welcome to the Daily Atheist Morning Show. I am your host, the amazing Super Chris. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're having a wonderful week so far. Looks like I'm a little quiet. Let me turn me up a little bit here. Turn me up, baby, baby. Okay, y'all can hear me better now? Awesome sauce. Okay, we will, guess what? It's an interesting day today. And all days, I guess, really in our world. But there's been some craziness going on in the world. We're going to talk about that today and some other stuff. So we'll be back here in just a minute. I got my co-host, Ryan. She's here making faces at me, mocking my introduction. Okay, we'll be back. Do you have a loved one who's on their deathbed, but they've yet to give themselves up to the Lord?
Are you sure you don't want to come to Jesus?
No.
This is your final chance.
No. Worried they're headed to the fiery pits of hell.
Your very last chance.
No. I've been wicked and sinful. I deserve to burn in the hot place.
As you wish. Farewell, my heathen husband.
Farewell, my... Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of post-mortem baptismal kits. No more worries about being miserable alone forever. Be a good Christian and share that eternal pain and suffering with the ones you love. I'm in hell. Not as hot as I thought it'd be. Kind of feels like Houston, minus the humidity. Hello. My favorite drink crafted to perfection. Ooh, and some dank ass weed.
I can't bear to be down on my face chanting, holy, holy, holy is the Lord, every day, all day, for all eternity, by myself.
Wow, is that George Carlin? And Alan Turing, look at that. Carl say, oh, I am so honored. You've been my hero since I was a kid. Neil deGrasse Tyson, what are you doing here? Oh, I get it. I get it. Schrodinger's heathen. Very cute, you. Very cute. That's fantastic. Oh, what is that? What is... It's holy water. Oh, it burns. No, this isn't where I want to be. Pabst Blue Ribbon and a Marlboro? No! Father Flanagan's post-mortem baptismal kit. Dead kid tested, Mother Teresa approved. Is that the Pope and John Paul? Jim Jones and Jimmy Swaggart, huh? I can see that coming. Neil deGrasse, what are you doing? Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord.
Thanks, Father Flanagan.
Damn them to an eternity in heaven for only $59.99. They wouldn't appreciate it, but you'll feel better, and that's the point, isn't it? Get yours now. Your heathen loved one's time is running out. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. This is some bullshit. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. All right, we are back. Someone asked if they still sell Camel cigarettes in the United States. I'm sure they probably do. Hope everybody can hear me okay. Good morning, all. I'm going to bring my co-host Ryan into the thing here. Good morning, Ryan. How are you doing today? I'm doing good. They're not hearing you yet. Why are they not hearing you? Try that. Can you speak at them now?
Yes, hello. Can you hear me? Hi, everybody. Good morning.
All right, there we go. Okay, good. Sounds like it's working so far. We'll see how it goes. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining us. I hope everybody's doing okay. Randall Flagg is here. John Hudson. Good morning, John. Promethean Kitchen. I don't recognize the name, but it's cool. I dig it. The Prometheans. Not from a video game? Don't tell me I know this one. It's been a long time. Anyway, it's from a video game, I think. Good morning. Pale Horse here. God is here. Ravadale is here. Flockmeister, Gile, Atheist Approved Matthew is already here this morning, chanting, Holy, Holy, Holy is the Lord.
Oh, wow.
There you go. Somebody's got to do it, right?
Bent over and ready to go.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. Ryan, how's it going? How you doing?
I'm exhausted today. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Not lying, huh?
I just haven't slept well the past couple days.
No?
But other than that, I'm fine.
Been kind of rough?
Yeah, just tossing and turning. It's really annoying.
So, well, I got shit backwards, apparently. Okay, I'll figure that out later. But hey, it's working. So far it's working. I'm going to turn on our thing so we can get some calls, and we'll say hi to everybody in case somebody wants to do a call. Let's go here, and I'm going to go connect. And we'll see. The number's up on the screen, and we've got a number down in the thing. So, maybe if they want to call, we'll say hi to folk today. So it's Wednesday. Do you have big plans for the rest of the week? Anything going on this weekend, Miss Ryan?
I don't. Oh, yes. Actually, my son's birthday's coming up, so we'll go out to dinner or something like that. That's it.
Gotcha.
Other than that, nothing else.
How old's your son going to be? Like 7, 8 years old?
31.
That's a lie straight from the devil.
Yes, I'm lying. They're going to be 13.
There you go. There you go. That's better. Dial asked a question. Do they still... just curious. Yes, I suppose they do. Let me see if I'm caught up. It will be the state. Aha. Promethean says, but most Americans don't realize about Canada's provincial system, and because of that, they would have to secede before joining another system. I think it's ludicrous that Donald Trump would even consider going after Canada. Well, of course, who'd have thunk it, right? Who'd have thunk he'd go after Venezuela?
Right. Security. This is our hemisphere, and we're a world power,
Yes.
as Stephen Miller says. And because we're a world power, we have the right to take control for the safety of NATO, because we are a NATO world power. So we have a right to do so, to take over other NATO, because, see how that...
Isn't that interesting? Because I thought the other countries are actually rallying against us, bringing military, preparing against the United States right now. So where does that fall into the bringing security and stability?
Yeah, if anything, it just seems like you're bringing turmoil and, upset.
Right.
You're putting people in, a place of fear.
Well, I believe last Friday was the due date for releasing the last of the Epstein files. Last Thursday, we deposed and removed the president of Venezuela. Not only do we get their oil, but it's a mega distraction.
Absolutely.
We can't forget that about the Epstein files, of course. But
Crazy.
Yeah. Let's see what's going on here. Promethean, what do you guys think about what happened in Venezuela? I think it's ridiculous. Well, there's a lot of reasons. Let's start with, let's assume Venezuela actually needed to have that done. We needed to remove Maduro from power for whatever reason. Let's assume that. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt there. That's not how you do it. You actually have to go through Congress. The president is supposed to go through Congress to do things like this. You're not supposed to just willy-nilly wage war and depose foreign dictators, if you will, or leaders without approval and agreement with Congress. And yet, of course, Donald Trump, there's not a lot Donald Trump has done in this presidency that has been legal. So,
I mean, I guess he's doing his best to find loopholes, by declaring terroristic threats and things of that nature, like workarounds to make it legal.
Sort of legal, by deeming them narco-terrorists. Right? Yeah. By just giving them a different name. Now, I remember when in 2001, whenever 9/11 happened, they were talking about making the Patriot Act. And back then, essentially, it was a little vague in the Patriot Act that made it to where they could pretty much accuse anybody of being a traitor or unpatriotic or whatever. And it didn't matter. It was so vague. You know, people were like, oh no. Now narco-terrorist applies to anyone, apparently. From the little guys running the boats, who they aren't even, you know, but I mean, even if they were. And why are they going after Venezuela's boats? Why aren't they going after the cartels just south of the border here in the United States? Why Venezuela's drug dealers? Why not our drug dealers? Or, you know, I'm just kind of.
Or the ones coming in from, like the drugs coming in from Mexico. It's just, we know what they're doing. He's said as much, that it's all about the oil, and that it's not fair that our companies don't have control. But like, it was us who decided to put sanctions, right? It was us who decided to put sanctions and stop buying from Venezuela. So if you're mad about not being able to buy from Venezuela, that is a decision this country made, is it not? I don't
You know,
it just makes me crazy.
I don't know. There's just so much going on. There's so much going on. You remember, I was kind of surprised that the lady from Venezuela. Okay, so this lady from Venezuela gets the Peace Prize, and I was like, hey, cool, a lady from Venezuela got the Peace Prize instead of Donald Trump. And then I heard some rattling that she's actually kind of a right-wing piece of trash, not unlike Donald Trump. Yeah, didn't know that. I was kind of excited that a woman, blah 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 blah, and then now. Donald Trump has made it very clear that the reason why he's not backing her to take over the leadership of Venezuela is because she didn't give him, or didn't turn down the Nobel Peace Prize and tell them to give it to Trump instead. Now she's saying they should give the prize to Trump. She wants to give the prize. I'm like, my God, you people, they're disgusting. These people are disgusting.
The way they just acquiesce to him. It's so peculiar. And I watch, I think her name is Maria Conchado. I apologize. Her first name, I believe, is Maria, the one who got the Peace Prize. And someone was interviewing her about that exact subject, about her getting the Peace Prize and Trump not. And she said, you know, would you consider giving Trump the prize or something like that? And she's like, I've just not had the opportunity to offer it to him. Like,
really?
Is that how it works? Is that how a prize works? Like, if I run a race and I get first prize, then I just give it to a loser because now they're the winner? No, you didn't.
You want to suck up to the loser?
Yeah, they didn't win just because they now have a trophy. That's not how this works.
That's crazy. It just, yeah. Let's see. Matthew says, Chris, let me emphasize that we, all South America, are very thankful to the U.S. about Venezuela. You know, from what I hear, Maduro is not the greatest of guys, and it's probably a good thing that he was removed. I don't know, really. I don't know enough about the Venezuelan situation or the South American situation. All I know is it broke American constitutional laws to do it.
And none of our regime changes have worked. And if anything, they've destabilized the country and made it worse for us and increased terrorism against this country. So it's not looking good.
It's not.
And they
and
left Maduro's people in power. So
Mm-hmm.
if it's about a regime change, then why just take down him?
Yeah.
You're leaving in the rest of the snake, rest of the body.
That's right. And for those of you who don't remember, Iraq was quite a developed city state. They had, buildings and all this beautiful stuff. And then we went after their oil and we literally destroyed everything in Iraq to get it. I mean, the cities were destroyed. The infrastructure was destroyed. The oil wells were destroyed. All of it was destroyed. Do you want to see that happen to Venezuela? I don't know what country you come from, but you weren't saved. I mean, you were not saved. It's like going, we had this guy that wasn't all that great, but Nazi Hitler has come and saved us from that person. That's not good. That's not good, especially if you're a person of color. I mean, I hate to presume that if you're from South America, you're probably a person of color, but, it's a good bet. So if you're a person of color, Matthew, it's almost guaranteed they had no interest of you in mind at all. Matter of fact, they would hurt you, kill you, deport you, waterboard you, whatever they wanted. Wow. Mark Reed is here. The
Good
Mark
morning,
Reed
Mark Reed.
from Australia. He probably had to take his keyboard and do this shit with it to get it to
Is that
come
how
out.
he types?
That's probably it. Oh, that's probably how he does type, to keep it to come out right for us on this side of the world.
Oh, brother. Funny.
Yeah, so Zarkraz, okay, you're talking to somebody else. Randall Flagg, Trump was convicted of 34 felonies. You're going to call for his imprisonment? You got to. You got to call for his imprisonment. And one of the things is that Donald Trump, Donald Trump is a criminal. He's an abject criminal. There's no doubt he's a criminal. He's been a criminal all his life. The law has been after him all his life. Whenever he got out of the presidency, the law went after him for those crimes that he committed, period. Donald Trump saw it as political persecution from the left. He didn't really. I don't think he did. I believe he knew what it was. He knew his illegal activities were catching up to him. But to get out of punishment, to get out of being held accountable for those things, he claimed it was political, right? Political. Now he's back in office and he's doing exactly that, politically weaponizing, going after people. Geo-Sam threw money at us.
Yep.
U.S. generals must refuse unlawful orders, even if those orders come from the president. That's true. Unlawful, period. Just because they come from him does not make them lawful, period. Right now, it's a shame that none of them have held up to their oath and physically removed him from office. That's the shame. I mean, we're talking, how many military people do we have? I mean, our generals, one of the things, though, is if all the good generals resign, if all of them go, I'm not going to do this, then, yeah, all you're going to have left is the bad generals willing to sick the military on their own people. At some point, the good generals have to stand up with their power intact and say, this fucking has to stop. With their power intact, meaning they roll up to the fucking White House and Congress with their tanks and say, you motherfuckers are done. We're going to get some shit straight. That's what I'm talking about. Ripping these bastards out of office. That's what our military needs to do because they are legally obliged to do so. That's kind of my thing. Thank you for the $10 super chat. I got so excited. I didn't even read what you said. Let's see. Oh, yes. Even if those presidents. Yes, of course. Thank you. Especially.
The problem is they have such a warped sense of what the law is nowadays. I mean, I'm not talking about the generals.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot of them who, are probably getting kicked to the curb or others down the line silenced because they are standing up. But farts. I forget where I was going with it. You go ahead.
Well, one of the things is that they were, good morning, Skunks and Junk. Thank you for joining us. As soon as Donald Trump got into office, I mean, the very first month he got into office, they fired 8 generals. They knew what they were going to be planning to do, and they got the ones who were most likely to oppose them out, right out the gate. They've been, I don't know how do you say it, radicalizing our military. They've been getting rid of trans people. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but now Pete Hegseth is even questioning women's roles in the military.
Is he? I'm not.
Right? So before long, they're going to be taking women out. So, yeah. And now they're just kind of.
Yeah, coming. You'd be silly. You'd be silly if you didn't see that coming.
By the time this shit goes down, they'll have gotten rid of anybody in the military who would oppose them. And then we're going to have the ICE, who is just nothing but the fucking brown shirts. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, there's a lot more of us than there is of them.
Mm-hmm.
So the one thing we can't do is give up and feel defeated or deflated. And I know it's easy to. And I'm not saying that you are. I'm just talking in general. Because sometimes I wake up and I'm like, I can't I cannot fucking take this anymore. It just feels like every day the same. It's the Groundhog Day over and over again, except every day it's a different tragedy. It's not the same tragedy. We're just living like a different one that's reminiscent of something that we've endured in the past,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Zarkraz says Trump already decapitated the military. I thought Better Than Ember said, so they think. I think you were referring to them, to Zarkraz. If you were, Zarkraz is right. Until they actually rise up and do something, Zarkraz is right. The whole, they thought they decapitated the military, but just wait. The longer that just wait goes on, the more it doesn't matter. The more there's no decapitating, and sort of like, it's sort of like these damn news journalists who sat there and watched the president call these women names. They would have lost their careers, but they should have done something. Our military should do something. I mean, this is beyond, oh yeah, YouTube's gonna censor me for saying something. What are they gonna censor me for? Now, one of the things that our community might like to censor me for, because our community is a little on the weird side, is that I believe Donald Trump should be executed for treason.
Not weird.
I'll say it out loud, executed for treason. Not because I think that's the rule. That's the punishment for treason. It's not
Right,
like I'm assigning that punishment. No, he's committed that and he should suffer the punishment for that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not making it up and saying, oh, he committed bank fraud, he should be executed. No, I'm saying he committed treason against the United States and should face the punishment for that. A lot of our people in our community will say, that we shouldn't talk about that. Blah, blah, blah. But fuck it, I'll say it. I don't care. Who's going to ostracize me? What are you going to do? Not watch my shit? You don't watch my shit now.
And I'm not trying to, I don't want to change your opinion or your feeling. I get it. Like if that's the law, that's the law. And I agree. He is a treasonous pig. He's the pig that should be quiet. If anybody, he's colluding with Russia and with Netanyahu. I don't know who else. I mean, a lot of rich folk, I could say, a lot of companies. We know he's in bed with Teal and Ellison and all the other ones who have now basically own our media in this country. Like we are pretty much pwned in this country. So we know he is a traitor, like top to bottom. So I mean, I'm not the judge. I'm not a jury. So that's what I can say. I know what the facts are, and we agree on the facts.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I saw that there was some news guy on CBS had a show, and at the end of his show, he closed it out by saying something like, "We believe in you, Marco Rubio," or something like that. I'm trying to look for it right now. I just can't. Tony, let's see what it says. Oh, damn thing. Tony, what's his face in the CBS Evening Report by saying, Marco Rubio, we salute you. The CBS, of course. Now, I really don't know if Marco Rubio, I don't know enough about the guy, the article, or anything. What I kind of do know, though, is that CBS has become the lapdog, the second lapdog besides Fox News,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. They would be the runner-up, I'd say.
Yeah.
Fox
now,
first,
absolutely. And this here was like, article I was reading, it was a lighthearted piece about Marco Rubio. And at the end, he's like, you shouldn't be making lighthearted pieces about Joseph Goebbels. You should not be making lighthearted pieces about Hess. You should not be making lighthearted pieces about all these other people who were horrific people. I mean, Marco Rubio has facilitated Donald Trump. Donald Trump would not have gotten as far without the support of Marco Rubio and people like him. And he's just as disgusting as they are. And to make a fluff piece for CBS about them just kind of exemplifies what we said.
It's propaganda. We know exactly what they're shilling. They're trying to make these people look, like they're idealists for this country. All they want is what's best for us. How can that be criminalized, Chris?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I love this country so much that I'm willing to kill for it. And that even means people in this country and outside and anybody who stands against me. But you get where I'm going.
Right. Matthew says, Chris, if he gets Greenland, they will go into history as undoubtedly the best president. He knows it and will get it. See, that's the whole thing. I don't know if you really believe that or not, but that's just idiotic. Donald Trump's popularity is at its lowest. It has never been this low. He's destroying our economy. He doesn't give a shit about our own people. That's why I quit reading your posts, because sometimes I don't know if you're being serious or if you're just being provocative and saying things that can't possibly be fucking true. Donald Trump taking Greenland for what? For what? For what purpose would he take Greenland? Militarily take over Greenland? That's fucking ridiculous. He's already going to go down as one of the worst presidents in history. Listen, if you want to compare him to presidents like Andrew Jackson, who literally killed millions of people or responsible for millions of deaths within the Native American Indians, that was bad. Donald Trump's numbers rival that. Between what happened with his COVID responses during his last presidency and what's going on now with Doge cutting funds for the poor and the needy in our country and other countries, Donald Trump is going to end up being responsible for the death of millions of people. He's going to be one of the worst presidents ever in history. His name is going to go down with Hitler, Stalin, Donald Trump. So,
Yeah. So I mean,
I wouldn't doubt it.
I'm certain that there are people in this country who think that we should take Greenland.
Right.
Of course, there's
right.
going to be those, but I would hope that the majority of us realize.
But why
that
would we
is
do that? For what purpose would we take Greenland? Well, I think Chemical
How
Sclerosis
is it
Christie watched the movie.
America?
He watched the movie Greenland, and now he wants it so he can build bunkers. That's literally it. Actually, there is a wealth of natural resource minerals on Greenland. It's a shit ton. It's disgusting how much is there, and it's not being mined. Donald Trump even mentioned that when he first started talking about taking Greenland. The reason why he was talking about taking it was because Denmark is not doing it any justice. They're not pulling the resources out of it that they should be, and Donald Trump feels that we can do better.
Why do we have to? Why is everything about like I mean, I get it. Life is about resources, but we don't have to. We don't have to exploit it to that extent.
We don't. No.
Come on.
Andrew Jackson is Trump's hero. Probably so. Probably so. Good morning, Demoni Green. Thank you for joining us. I saw Godless Granny walk in. Good morning, Callie. Thank you for joining us.
Are you
I
feeling
hope
better?
you're doing great. Yeah. Were you feeling bad?
I feel like somebody told me one of the Kellys was feeling bad. I feel like Kelly said yesterday that the Council of Kellys had to postpone because Kelly wasn't feeling well. Yeah.
If you've ever seen Babylon 5, it's sort of like Zathras. It's not Zathras, it's Zathras, because there's 10 of them and they're all named Zathras.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so there's like different accents or whatever on that.
Well, to watch the guy do it, he's like, see, my brother's name is Zathras and my name is Zathras. And he says it the same way every time. You know, if you know who Zathras is, it's fantastic.
Oh, brother.
All right, so let's go ahead and take a break. I'm going to run our homage to Donald Trump, hate monger Trump. Let's see, where are they? I changed my buttons up. And we'll be back in just a moment, and we're going to do the thing. Let's go here. Where's it? Fascism. Today's world is confusing, and there's too much information for one person to make sense of it all. Which credit card should I pay off first? Is non-fat milk good for me? Who should I vote for? Let's face it, if you can't figure out high-interest milk, then how can you be expected to make political decisions that influence a country of over 325 million people? Well, that's why there's fascism. Fascism is the political, social, and economic system for today's world. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines fascism as a political philosophy, movement, or regime that exalts a nation, and often race, above the individual, and that stands for a centralized autocratic government headed by a dictatorial leader, severe economic and social regimentation, and forcible suppression of the opposition. Choose this ideology and life will be easy. Did you ever look at someone who uses really big words and think, I wish those libs would just disappear? Well, under fascism, your dreams can come true. Under fascism, you won't have to worry about the pesky little things like brown people or atheists, or who in your country is entitled to basic human rights and who is not. Hint, hint, the answer is nobody. Yes, friends, this truly is the final solution you've been looking for. And if you're concerned if this form of authoritarianism will be up to your high standards, don't worry. American fascism will be the best fascism in the world because it's been endorsed by Jesus. So go out and destroy freedom and democracy by getting fascism today. Paid for by the Fascio-Conservative Party, formerly known as the GOP. All right, and we are back. It looks like we have got Mark Reed on the line. Let me see if I can bring Mark up here. Talk, and I'm gonna hit the Mark button, and I gotta hit that button twice. Let me see if we can all hear you. Hello, Mark. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I certainly can. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing? Man, you can hear me. Let me see if Ryan can hear you. She just now came back. And the chat, can you guys hear Mark Reed? Okay, he's joining us today. Uh-oh. Oop. Control S. Awesome sauce. Mark Drop Bear Reed from Austere. Drop Bear Victim Reed. All right, let's go
okay,
here.
thank you.
There you go. There.
Yeah.
You're not a drop bear.
That's
You're a victim of a drop bear.
Yeah, that's why I've got no hair, my guy. Enough impacts and it all gets taken off. Yeah, I think this is a really interesting topic, and I love the show that you're doing, Chris. I just, being from Australia, so the reason why I'm calling is because you're like the world reacts, and the reactions in Australia have been grim to say the least. It is like the swing from let's be America's ally to let's have nothing to do with America has been polarizing. It has been a swing away from it like you wouldn't believe. It's really difficult for Australians because we're such big allies of the US. But as I was saying to someone in chat, if Trump attacks Canada, that will activate the Commonwealth. Then we've got on one hand allies with America, but on the other hand, we're a Commonwealth nation with a lot of history with England and Canada and India and all of the other Commonwealth nations out there. So it's wild. It's absolutely wild, and I don't know, how I feel about that. It's absolutely awful. It's like seeing your best friend go around and hit a whole bunch of people in the face, and you're like, what is going on? I don't know. It's just it's worried me because he talks about taking Greenland. I was saying in the chat, you take Greenland and suddenly you're not against like Greenland or the EU. Don't forget Germany's in there, France is in there. There's some of the, yes, America's got a big military, but now Germany's gearing up, and I don't think anybody wants to see that. It's going to get ridiculous, Sorry, go ahead.
I was just agreeing with you. I was trying to make it to where Ryan can hear you. I don't think she can hear you. She's just watching me nod back and forth. And once again, the things say she should be able to hear me. Anyway, I think you're right. She can actually turn on the show and hear you. It's just terribly delayed. We don't want to do that necessarily. But I think you're right. It's embarrassing for us, for you to have to see us go through this. We're all supposed to be on the same side, or so I thought, right? I just don't know. Let me ask you, Ryan. I'm going to say, can you hear me? So I've got them labeled to the wrong thing for some reason. Okay. What were you going to say, Mark?
No, I'd like Ryan's sort of feedback and input on this one. I really would.
Yeah. Can you hear him at all? Let me ask you to ask Ryan again. Mark, are you still with us?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Okay. Do you hear him at all, Ryan? You don't hear him at all. I don't hear you now. So
I think Ryan just doesn't like Australians.
I think that's it. I suspect you're right. Yeah. Well, I was tinkering with her settings. So I got the mic going out to her. Let me do this. Oh, I think I know what I did wrong. 1,000 apologies, guys. We're still getting this right. Let me go. This is to Ryan. Ryan is going to be output. It's going to be B2. Sorry, guys, B2. Ryan, can you hear me? You can't hear me now, can you? You can hear me now. Would you say something for us, Mark?
Yes.
She heard that. Okay, so now we fixed it where now she can hear you. Now I got to fix it to where we can hear her because I was screwing with the stuff. So give me just a second.
Yeah, no worries.
Here.
I'm happy to wait. No worries at all.
All right. Okay, and now this is going to be coming from Rion, which is going to be A2, I think. Let's go voice meter. Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor. No pressure though, right? Voice meter 2. Are you there, Ryan? That didn't work. I'm almost there. Give me a break. No pressure. Let's see. Voice meter. I don't know why it's being such a douche.
We do apologize, people. We're currently
We do.
having technical problems.
Yes, we do. We are having technical problems of the technical variety. I can't see any of the outputs that I need to see. Let me try. For some reason, I don't know why it's being like this. Cable input, I can make it put to the wrong place. Give me any one of them, man. Voice meter input. I don't think that's it. Let's go there. Can you hear me now? Can we hear you, Ryan?
Can you hear me now?
I hear you.
I could hear Ryan.
Now, can they hear you?
You all hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think we can all hear you this time.
Whoop, whoop. You did it.
All right. Looks like we may have done it. We'll see. I'm going to hold my finger. All right, now, if you don't mind, Mark, go ahead and you can talk to Ryan now. I'll keep an eye out on things here. Let's see.
Okay.
So he was giving us an Australian perspective. Sorry, Ryan, if you didn't get to hear that earlier.
Oh, sure. Perspective away.
Yeah. Well, it's very difficult for Australians because we're such big fans, like big allies of the US, and that goes back a long way. Like World War II, basically the US saved our ass. We went into every single major American conflict ever since. Went to Iraq, went to Afghanistan, went to Vietnam, every single one. So there's a very long history, and but we're still a Commonwealth nation. We're still part of the Commonwealth that originally came from England. So, Canada and stuff. And now Trump's threatening Canada, which may draw in Australia against the US, because the Canada just doesn't exist in a bubble. It's not just this nation all by itself. It's part of the greater Commonwealth associated with the British, ex-British Empire kind of thing. You will draw in all of the Commonwealth states across the board, like, India and Singapore, all of the Commonwealth states that are out there. So basically, I was saying it's very hard for Australians who feel like they're allies with America, but also are part of the British Commonwealth. It's sort of, very, very difficult. But a poll, and I just looked this up to refresh my memory, a poll was done late last year, November last year, that said that 8% of Australians said that they shared values with Trump's America. 8% said that they shared values. So what he's doing,
if I may, Mark,
sorry,
for you, that sounds like it's a shamefully large number. Is that right? Is that how I'm hearing that?
It's an appallingly low number. If you'd asked us like when Obama was in, or maybe, before Trump was in at some point, it would have been an overwhelming majority. It would have been, 60, 70%.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. So it's a small number. Oh, okay. I got you.
8%. 0.8, 8, not even 10%, not even 1 in 10 people feel aligned with the United States.
It's almost like family fighting against family. Like we've been friends for so long and that we've become family. And now we're having like this, just like we are, with our family here in reality. It's almost like countries like, we've been side by side in the muck. And now we don't know. Yeah, I can understand.
Well, I described to Chris as when you've got a really good friend, really close friend, you've been friends forever, and suddenly they're just going around and suddenly become violent, maybe drinking and just punching people in the face. And
Yeah.
just say they're a lot bigger than you. Well, what do you do about that? Like, do you try and stop them? Do you call the police, even though that's your really good friend? What do you do about that? It's really upsetting. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Ryan. I just thought that analogy was pretty accurate.
No, you didn't interrupt whatsoever. Oh, I think I'm hearing myself for now.
I got that. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
I got
nope,
it.
it's gone.
Well,
Nope, it's gone. Yep.
Yep.
Well, that's kind of how I.
Better.
Mm-hmm.
Surprised at the reception of this far right kind of rhetoric over there. And I don't think he was really aware of it until I started showing him videos of things like TPUSA and stuff that Elon's been saying at conferences, or
Mm,
yada yada yada. You don't realize how much this thought stream starts to infiltrate. So I'm thankful to hear that it seems as though in Australia it it's not bad. And I'm not saying it's even that bad in England, but just the fact that it's there just kind of leads one to worry. What do
yeah.
you do? Like, this is your friend, but now your friend like is not on their medication anymore. How do you resolve this situation? But I, I just hope that if countries start to take a stand, at least speak out and say like, hey, mm, we're not cool with that action, that maybe it could change something. I know that if nobody says anything, that's certainly not gonna do it. But like, I think Spain has said something in regards to us
Oh,
capturing
right.
Maduro.
Well, there's
Um,
actually
Oh, even the Pope did. I mean,
my understanding is that a great deal of Europe are actually coming together now, threatening military action, getting together because right now it started yesterday. They're I
oh,
haven't really caught the news, but they're starting to come together and go. Germany is even talking about taking up arms. That's not good.
yes, they are.
Um,
Yes.
yeah.
Well, I
Let's.
mean, we're looking at years and years and years of carefully crafted partnerships and alliances with all these other democratic nations. The rules-based international order was what allowed America to become so strong and powerful, and a lot of that was soft power projection and its its use of diplomacy to make these trade alliances and all of these things around the world. And in the space of one guy's term, he's demolished all of it.
mm,
And even if he is removed tomorrow, I don't think that that alliances and the trust that was built up is just going to come back.
Right.
I really think that there's going to be a lot of fallout of this. And I personally think that Trump just wants an empire. He wants the Western
yes.
Hemisphere. He wants all of North America, all South America, and he wants it to be his empire. And it's just, I thought this sort of empire building bullshit was behind us. I thought that, hey, now we have
Right.
a rules based international global village going. We don't have to go and terrorize other countries anymore. We can nation build because it's far, far, far more productive than destroying an entire country just to get its natural resources.
Mm, yeah. I, I'm I think that the mask has certainly slipped. Any goodwill that we had between all of our allies, I think it's I think it's dicey at best. If you were smart, if you were any kind of leader, you would recognize that there is a possibility of instability here. This is unprecedented. And if someone doesn't if you as a leader can't recognize that Trump is such a narcissist, he wants his legacy and he will step on anyone. I mean, he's done it with the people here. He's not paid people. He's put people
Mm,
into bankruptcy. He's put people
right.
into jail. I mean, you name it, he will do it. So leaders have to acknowledge, and I'm glad, Chris, I had not realized that maybe people are starting to like, hey, let's start to talk here and figure something out. Um, yeah, I don't really know what else to say, but
Yeah.
I agree that he wants an empire, and people should be weary because he has a lot of friends and a lot of low places. Not just talking high places, low places, willing to do what it
Right.
does.
Now we're
And
into
I
open
think,
piracy on the open seas, is what we're into.
yeah,
News article: the U.S. has seized an oil tanker on the Atlantic for alleged sanction violations. It's just going to get worse.
Oh, brother, I'm telling you, man. If you were smart, you'd be like, we need to start
Right.
doing something about Mr. Trump.
Hey, Mark, does
well,
your
I think
government? I haven't heard. Do they have an official position yet, or how's that going?
So that's something that's disappointed me. The government, instead of outright condemning everything that happened, said we're going to monitor the situation in Venezuela very closely. Our Anthony Albanese, our Prime Minister, has been very, very sort of neutral. And here's the thing that I wanted to say. When you sort of said, why don't countries speak out more? And I would love to see that happen. And I love that Mark Carney, the leader of Canada, has been so outspoken. I think he's doing the right thing. But there's this vindictiveness of America at the moment. If you speak out against them, they hit you with trade sanctions. They hit you with, military and things like, people are genuinely scared of you guys. And not you personally. I mean, America. You're really sitting there going, well, if we insult America, are they going to come and land some troops at our door? And that might sound a little far-fetched, but you're talking about them threatening Canada. Someone painted the American flag, like a member of the administration painted the American flag across Greenland and posted it. This is not normal behavior. This is crazy. And so I think a lot of leaders are going, well, if I speak out, will that cost me in terms of economic stability? Will it cost me in terms of, alliances and the not being backed up when we need to be? I understand why they're hesitant, but at the same time, you just cannot take a neutral position when it comes to Trump, because he will force you into being with him or against him and not neutral. So I think it's a massive mistake. And I respect the hell out of Mark Carney for taking a decent stance against what is obviously a out of control maniac in charge of this country, or America. It's wild.
Yeah. Well, I made a video not long back, and it was pretty much about how Donald Trump is the biggest terrorist in the entire world, in the entire history of the world. You just helped exemplify that. We're not terrified of the United States. You're terrified of Donald Trump. If your prime minister says anything, is he going to get attacked? Is he going to get, trade sanctions? What's going to happen? You don't know, and he's afraid. Entire countries are afraid of Donald Trump in ways they were never afraid of Gaddafi, of Osama bin Laden, of any of those people. Countries, good countries, I want to say decent, liberal, educated countries tremble in fear because of our president. I mean, he's the biggest terrorist in the history of the world.
His actions are clear.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mark.
No, I think it was a delay. Go for it, Ryan.
I was just saying his actions are clear. He pardoned a criminal, a narco-terrorist, while arresting, going actually into somebody else's country, invading and kidnapping a world leader, while also inviting a known criminal, Netanyahu, who he doesn't put sanctions on, right, which could immediately stop what's happening. All of his actions just show us that his alignment has nothing to do with right and wrong, or good or bad, or Christian righteousness over the evil of this world. It has everything to do with money and power. Elsewise, it would be like what we see with what's happening in Russia and in Ukraine would be the same that's happening with Israel and with Palestine, which would be the same with happening in Nigeria. I mean, it would all just be equilateral, but it's not, because it's all about making moves. And if people have to die, well, people just have to die, because it's God's will, quite frankly.
Right. Well, God in this case is just a tool. I don't think Donald Trump has any relationship with God at all.
No, but he will happily use that as a weapon. Absolutely. If that weapon will work, if it will motivate the people, it's a good scapegoat.
I think he'll happily use anything as a weapon. But what I don't understand is why Congress hasn't done anything. Because if there's one thing we've learned about totalitarian dictators and the kind of people that will take control of a country like this, is that, he might be good for you now, but if you're a threat to his power, like Congress will be, he will get rid of you first opportunity. They will be first in the crosshairs, because they do have the power to get rid of him. So I don't understand why they are playing with the leopard, going, well, it'll never eat my face. if history has taught us anything, it is that these people that have the power to remove him are going to be the first to go. You know, he will absolutely destroy them first because they do have the power to remove him. So I don't understand why they're sitting there going, well, he's taken all of these actions against anybody that's a threat to him. I'm a threat to him, but I'm on his side. Right. I am bewildered, absolutely bewildered.
I'm to the belief that there are a lot of them who just can't. They have to go down with the ship because either Trump has stuff on them or Russia has stuff on them or something. You've seen how Lindsey Graham flipped for Donald Trump. You saw how a lot of those conservatives flipped for Donald Trump really suddenly. There was this expedition back in 2015, 2015, where a whole bunch of conservative politicians went over to Russia. And it wasn't long after that things started changing. Donald Trump, I think they got a lot on them, and they let them know they have a lot on them. I think and then whenever we talk about, Alan Ryan talks about this all the time, Peter Thiel, and how he knows pretty much everything about everything. So it's not a big surprise. And of course, we also know quite a few or I've heard there are quite a few high power conservatives who are in the Epstein files. So there's a lot of blackmail going on, and they go down if Trump goes down. So they have to. It's like Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi, she has to stay with Trump no matter what, because she's going to go down no matter what. She has to keep lying. She has to hope the best for them, because if they lose and he falls, she's going to prison for the rest of her life.
Oh, we're coming to get her. Somebody better come to get her.
That's right.
That's all I can say.
Yes.
Yes.
But they're in a corner because Trump's not gonna keep them alive if they're a threat to his power, and he actually takes over the country. Right. Like, I mean, he's the least that's going to happen to those people, in my opinion, is that they go to Trump locks them up for the rest of their life.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's funny. Most of the people in Congress that you're talking about are actually conservatives who have been on his side facilitating his thing. And if they were to turn on him, it'd be almost exactly like what happened in Nazi Germany, where the Nazi party eliminated another conservative party. That was one of their first moves, was to eliminate another, sort of like the Nick Fuentes getting rid of the Charlie Kirk kind of group. You know, I mean, it's two different groups of conservatives. One had more power. One fucking slaughtered the other one, and then they went after everybody else.
Sounds familiar.
You know, if I were somebody like, not anymore maybe, but, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, any of those conservative politicians who've openly stood out against Trump, they're the ones that I think should really be worried. Now, I think also if the Democrats take office and we really kind of roll out Congress and all that, I don't think by the time it's done, he won't let that happen.
We have a clearing out to do, because all the branches of our government have basically capitulated to him. Okay, not everybody, but a large portion has just accepted whatever it is he says, he co-signs. Like Mike Johnson, he is the absolute worst little penguin. Whatever Trump says, he'll either say, "Oh, I didn't hear it," or I didn't pay exactly attention to what he said, so he didn't know what's going on," or whatever he said is gold and it's bond, and that's how it needs to be. We cannot have people like the job of this what should be a good administration is they should be holding each other accountable and making sure that all the wheels are in working order and yada yada yada. And it's just so lopsided and asymmetrical.
Yep. It is. Well, we'll have.
Well, I'm.
Go ahead.
I don't live there, so I don't really have a good idea of the sort of inner machinations. But yeah, I don't know. From the outside world, it looks like utter insanity, and I really worry about America's place in the world when Europe, Australia, Canada, entire South America, Mexico, all decide that they don't want to be friends anymore and trade and do all of the things we used to do, all of these free trade agreements, all of these goods and services, all of this stuff. I really worry because I think that Trump, instead of thinking, hey, let's make the country great, like he says, he just wants control, whether or not it ends up, a third world nation with, its economy completely ruined, with its infrastructure absolutely decimated. I think he doesn't give a crap. I honestly do. Anyway.
No. Well, I think he wants the worst to come out. Really, because he can't stay in power forever. He can't. The upcoming elections, whenever it's time to get him out of power, he can't stay there anymore. He has to do something. At that point, what's he do? We've got all these money we're spending. Once we get him out, we need to take all that money, and I was saying this before, take all the money that's going to the ICE agents and build us an army of IRS, what do you call them? Auditors, and audit all these fucking rich people, all these billionaires. If you're over, say, $1 million, if you have, you're going to get audited, and just audit the fuck out of all of them. That's what they're doing to us. They're going after the poorest of the poor. They're starving the poorest of the poor. Everybody in the United States, if you're below the $100,000 a year line, you're kind of living in fear from your own government because of the billionaires, because of the rich. We should reverse that. We should have all that money spent that they're spending on the ICE agents, get rid of that and use all that money to go after the rich. And there's plenty of prisons built for them already. We've got plenty of prisons for them.
Ugh.
Yeah. And see, that's the whole deal. With the prisons, with the rich, they just get to pay their fines. And that's the kind of thing. Whenever we do this, we don't let them pay their fines. Oh, they pay their fines, but they also go to jail. Because poor people go to jail because they can't afford the fines. And a fine is nothing more than just a rich person's getaway. They can do it as long as, they're rich. They can just do it. So they should sit in jail. Not a federal fancy jail either. I'm just saying. That's my thoughts.
Not the kind that Maxwell is in? Ghislaine Maxwell?
Yeah, why? Why would he do that?
That's suspicious.
If you're a maggot at this point, I cannot say how much disrespect. It's not a matter of not having respect for you. It's actually having disrespect for you. If you're a maggot at this time, at this point.
I mean, all of our, I feel as though a majority of us can't even trust the different arms of our government, like the different agencies in our government, like things like the CDC. We don't even have as much faith in. And that even goes back to COVID. I mean, that was kind of like a long, and then finally now we're here where the CDC is now like taking meningitis off the schedule and other vaccines off the schedule that could really harm a lot of people. I certainly don't trust in these agencies anymore.
Oh, right. That's on purpose. I believe, every agency, the Department of Energy being run by who? Ted fucking Cruz. Really? NASA being run by who? These people, RFK Jr., the fact that the whalehead guy, the guy who cut off a whale's head and carried it home on his fucking car, who said he has a brain worm, and he openly admits to swimming in sewage water. This man should not be the leader of our CDC, of our health, any fucking thing really, but our home and health. What do they call that department now? Yes. Department of Homeland. No, fuck, that's the other one. I'm all riled up.
Oh my
but
God.
Department of Health.
Well, don't forget that the Department of Peace of Defense is now called the Department of War, and is being run by the most unqualified person in the history of America. Like it is like he was a Fox News anchor and did a stint with the National Guard. That usually it's some sort of general running it, someone used to command and understands, geopolitics and things. No, it's just some fucking news guy from Fox. That's great. That's fantastic,
Well, I got to say, at least he's a news guy from Fox and has, like you said, a stint in the armed services as bested National Guard, even if it was. Unlike Kash Patel, who's nothing but a fucking podcaster.
Right.
This is levels of incompetence, levels of unqualified. Hegseth is up here. This guy's up here. This guy's up here. Robert Kennedy Jr. Oh my God. Still, Health and Human Services. Thank you, Pale Horse. HHS. That's what kept coming in my brain. HHS, and I kept trying to think Homeland. Anyway, the fact that they put those people, it's on purpose. It's on purpose. During his last presidency, they were tinkering with the CDC's website openly to mislead the American people about COVID. We can't calculate how many people this man has killed just by that alone. It's crazy.
Well, they're doing that on everything. They're now rewriting the January 9th insurrection on the government website to say that it was like, these people were murdered by the police and things. They're just rewriting history completely. It's absolutely nightmarish.
Yeah.
And he pardoned a large majority of those people as well.
Oh, he pardoned all the insurrectionists, but now, I don't know if you've heard this, Ms. Ryan, but now what they're claiming, they started talking about this yesterday on the 6th, on the day, they're claiming it was the police's fault. The conservatives, Trump, his spokespeople are claiming it's the police's fault, the Capitol Police's fault for January 6th.
I see.
They're also claiming that Nancy Pelosi never requested any troops. And it is on record, she begged Trump to send in the National Guard and he refused to. That is on record. And now they're just rewriting history. And that is, I don't even know what to say to that. Yeah. That's incredible.
To watch it happen in front of your face is just mind blowing. And then I always, everything goes back to the Bible for me. I just rewind myself back to 7th century BCE and just watching the same kind of thing happen with people trying to erase what really happened and to rewrite it as to something good. All these people had to die, but it was a good, it was a good thing. It's amazing to consider just how much we don't know about history.
Yeah. And one of the things we got to try to remember, my friends, is that you're living through it right now. We're living through, life was boring there for a while, and it sure seemed that way, but we're living through. And, there's things like Donald Trump. Somebody in the chat or somebody mentioned about Donald Trump and the conservatives not giving a shit, or that the judicial system is tainted as well. It is. The Supreme Court is absolutely there. The 6 of the 9, the majority, and that's all they need, are lapdogs for Donald Trump and the conservative rich. And Donald Trump and them, they don't care about the judges that do oppose them. Judge orders Lindsay Halligan to explain why she's still calling herself U.S. attorney. They don't care. The conservative Donald Trump's administration doesn't give a shit about what the judges have to say. And that's just going to get worse, I feel. At least now there's a little bit of stoppage. They stop them a little bit. But no, I don't think it lasts. You know what, guys? We gotta take a break. Mark, are you going to hang around?
Yeah. I'll hang around and chat. This is an awesome show. I really like it. Thanks for having me on. Fantastic. Have a great morning. Hopefully today looks better than all of this gloom and doom. But do take care.
We'll see. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate your call. Thank you for calling in, by the way. All right, we'll be back in just a minute, and we're going to do the thing at the place with the stuff. Let's go here. And what do we want to do today? Let's go pull some more. We'll be back in a minute, guys. Do you have a loved one who's on their deathbed, but they've yet to give themselves up to the Lord?
Are you sure you don't want to come to Jesus?
No.
This is your final chance.
No. Worried they're headed to the fiery pits of hell.
Your very last chance.
No. I've been wicked and sinful. I deserve to burn in the hot place.
As you wish. Farewell, my heathen husband.
Farewell, my... Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of post-mortem baptismal kits. No more worries about being miserable alone forever. Be a good Christian and share that eternal pain and suffering with the ones you love. I'm in hell. Not as hot as I thought it'd be. Kind of feels like Houston, minus the humidity. Hello. My favorite drink crafted to perfection. Ooh, and some dank ass weed.
I can't bear to be down on my face chanting, holy, holy, holy is the Lord, every day, all day, for all eternity, by myself.
Wow, is that George Carlin? And Alan Turing, look at that. Carl say, oh, I am so honored. You've been my hero since I was a kid. Neil deGrasse Tyson, what are you doing here? Oh, I get it. I get it. Schrodinger's heathen. Very cute, you. Very cute. That's fantastic. Oh, what is that? What is? It's holy water. Oh, it burns. No, this isn't where I want to be. Pabst Blue Ribbon and a Marlboro? No!
Father Flanagan's post-mortem baptismal kit. Dead kid tested, Mother Teresa approved.
Is that the Pope and John Paul? Jim Jones and Jimmy Swaggart, huh? I can see that coming. Neil deGrasse, what are you doing? Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord.
Thanks, Father Flanagan.
Damn them to an eternity in heaven for only $59.99. They wouldn't appreciate it, but you'll feel better, and that's the point, isn't it? Get yours now. Your heathen loved one's time is running out.
Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. This is some bullshit. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. All right, we are back. I want to mention, I just now noticed, we're talking about, trying to cause all the trouble in the world. It wasn't a Venezuelan oil tanker that was seized.
Pardon me. What was it?
It was a Russian oil tanker that we just seized today. We seized them for breaking our rules and doing business with Venezuela.
Oh, so it had Venezuelan oil in it.
And see, one of the deals I've heard, and I heard this recently, was that Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin made a deal. Donald Trump would give him Ukraine if Vladimir Putin would give Donald Trump Venezuela, because they've been protecting Venezuela and supporting them and supplying them. That's why there's a Russian oil tanker, because they've been getting their oil, right? So for a while, Russia has been protecting Venezuela, but allegedly there was this deal made just after Donald Trump became president that 1 for 1, they get Ukraine, Donald Trump gets Venezuela. I don't know how true that is. We'll see.
I mean, I wouldn't see it out of the ordinary for that to be some kind of deal made, even though of course they have no rights to make these deals, but to back each other up, like, hey, you let off the gas here,
right,
and I'll let off the gas there.
Right.
Yeah.
Kelly Laughlin says it wasn't Russian from what I understand. The crew painted Russian flags on the side of the ship. I don't know about that. I'm seeing two different articles out of Al Jazeera. U.S. military seizes Venezuelan linked Russian oil tanker. And then another one from another Russian state media said to show a U.S. Coast Guard. A video released by Russian state media is said to show a U.S. Coast Guard vessel shadowing a Russian flagged oil tanker. That was yesterday. And then shortly thereafter, they seized it. So, yeah, that's where we're at.
Either way, I mean.
No, either or. Yeah. Well, if they weren't Russian, who were they? If they were, if they just put flags on their ship, then who were they? I would like to know, because then they're just
like
blaming
a
Russia.
kind of thing.
Could be.
Yeah, like
right.
Is it just to make it look as though it was Russia? I really
were it not for the news coming out of Russia saying that the United States had, that's kind of makes it all kind of like we can trust Russian state media. Actually, it's odd. I trust Al Jazeera more than I trust any American news outlet at this point, outside of MSNBC or MS Now. I kind of get the most, I feel closest to reliable, because they're obviously anti-Trump.
If we're talking about like networks, I can see that. There's definitely a ton more independent media that for me have just surpassed the old news stations I used to trust. And I probably never really should have been trusting them that much in the first place, but I think they had a lot more dignity and respect and honor as journalists back in the day than they do nowadays.
I kind of, the way I feel about it was back in the day, as it were, the journalists themselves were generally trying to be journalists and centered. It was often the newspaper owners, the big rich people, of course, the rich people at the top, the ones who made the, yeah, I
To
kind of
decide what gets put in and what,
That's right.
what's
like
able to be seen by the people.
Exactly right. Part of the deal is they buy up newspapers so they can control what the people think. That's a thing. That's been a thing, back when newspapers were just a thing. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's see. Weirdo CK Evans is here. CKA Evans. They weren't rushing. They were taking their time. There's a big difference between the audio volume of the commercials and the hosts. Okay, that's good to know. Let me I'm going to run us a quick, let's do the Father Flanagan's real quick 30-second one here. And I want to just kind of eyeball that and see if you don't mind. Where are the commercials? There they are. Let's just do a quickie here. We're going to do the altar boys.
Is your humble parish tired of constant litigation? Drained by bloodthirsty lawyers sucking the collection plates dry? Well, no more threats of jail time and public humiliation. Try Father Flanagan's line of inflatable altar boys. Cute little fellas, eyes and mouth wide with surprise, complete with lifelike tears. Father Flanagan's line of inflatable altar boys, coming to a Walmart near you.
Okay. Well, we'll see how it goes. It looks kind of like we're about level now. We'll see. I can turn this up a little bit if I need to. What's
I'm
going
going to
on?
hit my pipe and I spilt it.
Oh, shit. Damn it.
Good job.
when that
Good
happens.
job. What a waste of 30 seconds,
Right. Let me ask you, let's see. Oh, wait. Ryan, while I got you, guys, I want to mention that Rainbow Ash, are you in the chat still?
They did go to work, but they might be listening.
Bad person. Rainbow Ash is a bad person. We will be naughty Rainbow Ash. So we're going to be reviewing Passengers
Oh, right.
for Sci-Fi Friday this week. I hope you enjoy the movie Passengers. I found out that the evil one likes Passengers. She thinks it's kind of romantic in a way. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I went off on like, imagine your daughter had studied all her life and worked all her life for her career. Now she's on a trip and she's going to be that thing she's worked her life to be. And some jackass ruins all of that just so he doesn't have to masturbate alone for the rest of his life. How would you feel? She's like, well, it's a good movie, so fuck her. I was like, but yeah. When you stop, I guess at the end of the movie, they
I might have killed him. Just saying.
Might have. They justify it because at the end of the movie, he couldn't have saved the ship without her help. Right? So had it not been for that, we'll watch it. We'll see it. It's been a while since I've seen it. So
Was it her particular? I can't. Yeah, we'll have to get to it. Because I'm thinking, was it her particular skill set, or could he have woken somebody else that would have helped him?
Yeah. I think he just had a hard on
We'll
for
find out.
her. Yeah, we'll find out. And they just happen to, she just happened to be a second awake body. Hey, flip that switch over there while I'm doing this kind of thing, I think is, but we'll see. I may have to watch it after we're done here, just because it's been a while. That way I'll be prepared to bitch the day after tomorrow, because you know how I like to bitch.
Yes, John.
Yes,
John. Moving.
Oh, you know what? Now I need to get away to put our little announcement. Now is the time, guys, if you want to vote, let me put the link up so you can vote for next week's movie. The choices are in... the 5 options we have are Event Horizon, Lost in Space, Children of Men, Last Starfighter, and Poor Things. Okay, so let me get our link here. Give me a link. Where do I get the link? Give me the link. I need a link. Damn it, Jim, I need a link. I'm getting to learn the software questions. No, summary. Link. Haha. Up the big thing that says link. Copy. Okay, so I'm going to paste this in here, guys. If y'all want to vote on next week's movie, get over there and go to this link and do it. You can only vote once, and we'll see what you think. Those are our options. Again, let me read them out one last time, and I'll get the poll. Right now, the poll still doesn't work. Once we've got our 5 votes, if you follow the original link, it's supposed to take you to the landing page where you can vote if you follow the original link. in your video.
Okay.
Right now, it just takes you to the thing and says, try to vote. And if you try to vote, it says, there's already been 5 nominated. So don't worry about that. Take that link I just put in there. Let me go vote here. And I'm going to go there. See, there's part of me I really do, and I don't know why, I really do kind of like Chris Pratt. I just don't like his beliefs and the things that he's done for those beliefs. Do you have a pickle?
Yes, come here. Come here, pickle, come
Show
here.
us your pickle, lady.
No, you gotta come up. Oh, there we go. You coming up? Okay, let me see
Oh
if I
my
can. Do
goodness.
we have her in the thing?
There's
Oh,
pickle.
no, up
Oh
here.
my
Come on.
God.
Come here. Come
Let's
here.
get her
Come up.
bigger on the screen.
Come here.
Where's
You
pickle?
can do it. Come on. Come on. Everybody wants to say hi. Come up here. Your head's, you got to get your head above the, there we go.
Oh, good girl. What's up, pickle? Oh
Good
my
job, baby. There's an armrest and she couldn't get her head out from under the armrest. You're such a smart girl, aren't you?
She's a pretty
Yes,
puppy.
Yeah, she's a good baby.
All right. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Good morning, pickle.
Love you. Okay. Are you done with me? No, she's not done. That's
She's
okay.
not done. Oh, well, scratching. She'll take the scratches. I mean, I'm sure.
Let me see.
The evil one is home today, so all the dogs are in there hanging out with her. No, you longer use the PAX or Verge. Oh, yeah, I used to use the PAX. I used to have a PAX. It didn't work very well. I never really liked it. It's one of those where you put the weed, you actually take flour, you put it like in a oven, it calls it, and it doesn't fire it, it heats it.
Yeah.
And gets all
I had a PAX.
Yeah, harsh.
It's like
Harsh AF.
mine was like this big.
Yeah, yeah,
So you only can do like this much weed at a time.
yeah. It was not a.
So like if you're a baby weed starter, that might be like a great starter.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
But for me, that's
Yeah.
like it's not
Yeah,
not
if
do
you just-
unless the weed is like 5,000 times dank. That's normal. Ain't
unless
doing it.
let me do this here. Unless that's one of the things. Maybe if you're a nipper before bed, and that's how you sleep good. That a PAX might be good for you. Even still, though, I found it to be killer on the lungs. Just harsh, so harsh, because it's a dry heat. It's a dry heat that sucks
It's
all
very dry.
the water vapor out of the plant, and it always killed my lungs. Join us Monday for footage of Ryan playing with her pickle. Oh yeah, I saw your little commercial. Very cute. Somebody asked if people can use my commercials. Yes, they can use my commercials.
yeah.
I have a bank of them ready to go. I just haven't made them available to anybody or given anybody a place to find them. So I need to figure out how to do that. I can put them up on my Google Drive to where people can download them. But I got to figure out how to get them out to people who want them. Like Ryan, if you want for your show, how do you get them?
Right.
I got to
Yeah.
figure that part out, Again, Google Drive. I may just put them all up in my Google Drive and let people get them from there.
Yeah. Are they able to download it in high def? I guess they're able to download it however you upload it or whatever,
Yeah.
You've uploaded it in format.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, I probably did. I think most of them are 720p because that's most of what people can watch. on
Okay,
the-
then
you
it shouldn't
know,
be a
yeah.
problem.
No, shouldn't be a problem. Yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much. I'll just make it available for. Yeah, they're small. They're small files. If that's kind of they're not that big a file. So I'll do that. And I've already branded them. I told you I branded them, but somebody was asking me about it. I'm going to do it. I promise. I'll make that happen for reals. And I still got to get some more out. I've got some planned. I've been doing some planning, but I just haven't gotten there. The big cheap tabletop vapes work well for vaping flour. I don't know. Have you done the vape juice, Miss Ryan?
Oh, what, like the pens?
Yeah, the pins. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't use them much anymore because I just like a whole like where they get the minerals and stuff, like the rare earth minerals. But sometimes they are super, super helpful because they will immediately like knock out pain. So them things are strong. It's a very different type of high.
Yeah, it is. I didn't myself. I'm so used to the flower effect that I really didn't appreciate the high of a vape. It's like I'm sitting around waiting to get high. Every now and then I might get a little buzz, but for the most part, I don't really remember getting high off a vape. I remember a vape for me is something I can use to get me through when I can't get high. You know, because I go use it.
If you're
and
out and
although
about.
yeah, it doesn't get me high necessarily, but it keeps me from craving high. Yes.
Mhm.
I get the disposable ones, says Kelly, every once in a while when they are on sale. Yeah, one of the things, and this is not just that. Let's just briefly, and I'm not judging anybody here, because if you do it, you do it. If you do weed legally, you commit this sin, or you help facilitate it. Is that the weed industry is so absolutely wasteful.
Yeah.
The only way it's really not is if you buy them in like big bags like this, you know, by an ounce or some business. But if you buy a joint or anything else, it's just stupid wasteful for what you get. It's just, you know, you get this metal tin can for 5 joints. Really? What, do you want the can back? No, they don't want the can back.
And what are you going to do with it? Right.
What do you do with it? You just throw it away. I'm like, man, that sucks. And then,
And like the disposable carts, they come in like a little plastic thing, and then they got the foam in the plastic, and then and then there's a little
yes,
cap on top. It's like, damn.
I know all of that. That's not even
Packaging.
really counting the vape part itself, which is all metal and glass and
Mhm.
filament. And oh my goodness, it's such a wasteful industry. It's crazy. They should have
does.
it to where you could just turn your cartridges in. You know, maybe even get a discount for turning in your cartridges. That'd be a way to go. I mean, there's gotta be. That's just
Or let
horrifically
somebody take
wasteful.
responsibility for recycling for once. Why is it that we always have to take? You are
Yeah.
creating the effing problem. You should create the effing solution, MFers. That's how I think, anyway. Coke,
Yeah.
Coke. You
There
create
you
a
go.
freaking plastic problem. You create the effing solution.
Yeah. Well, you know, that is at this point, because of the legality of weed and how it is in certain areas, that's their excuse for that. I guess, though, if you're in the plastic joint holder business, this is fantastic.
Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
you're in the plastic tube joint business,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah. I mean,
doing very well for yourself.
it sounds silly at first, but when you stop and think, man, I wish I'd have gotten into that before, you know, I mean, just like invested in those companies.
Right. Who knew packaging could be so lucrative?
Right. Theoretically says it's not profitable to recycle, so they throw away rare resources. You know, that's a good hunk of it. Let me make sure I got my thing open in case somebody else calls. I keep forgetting to keep that up. It's one of those things where we are easily the most wasteful, I want to say, civilization in the history of our planet. We are a global civilization, unlike times in the past. Kelly Laughlin. Wayne was killed in 2 movies, and you never saw who killed him in the other. It was a sniper on Iwo Jima. Oh, John Wayne. I remember he was killed. I remember John Wayne being killed in a movie. It was a Western, obviously. He was taking kids somewhere. He got killed in that movie. Why? Well, I don't know what came up in the conversation. How did we get talking about how John Wayne died? Bruce Dern killed him in the movie The Cowboys. Oh, Bruce Dern did. Resist Depression says, I buy used catalytic converters. Yeah. Anyway, the rare earths. Well, my understanding is we have discovered a new rare earth, a vast rare earth. I don't remember exactly which one, deposit here in the United States. I think in Utah. I heard about it last month or so, month before that. Large thing.
Wasn't that where the Garden of Eden is?
That's what they claim.
Maybe that's where the rare earth is, Chris.
Maybe it is. China has just found a new rare earth. Not you're thinking rarefied.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Wrong. Okay, sorry.
China has got some rare earth minerals. Of course, Venezuela, as we know, is probably what they say the first or second largest oil.
Yeah,
the
I think the
world
first or second.
producer.
Largest. Yep.
And then, of course, we were talking about Greenland having minerals. There are countries that we've invaded that have, which one of them was, is Afghanistan. It's alleged, if I remember right, Afghanistan has $2+ whatever trillion worth of minerals buried in their soil, waiting for people to just come in and mine it, take it, get it. You know, why are we going after Denmark again? Don't we have control of Afghanistan pretty much? Couldn't we? I mean, there's got to be easier ways.
I feel like good relations with a country would be the easiest way to get yourself in if you honestly wanted to help a country succeed. If these oil, we know they're not, but I'm just saying, if they really were, if they really cared, then they would go down there and help their infrastructure, and maybe they'd get some part of it. Sure, whatever that works out to be. But if they can help them get things to where it should be so the country can stop living in so much turmoil, that would be great. But that's not what any of this is. They're not going down there because they want to fix their system, and they just want to. I mean, maybe they will do some fixing, but it's all just it's so annoying with how easily they lie to us just to get their grips onto things and make it sound so easily successful. Like, oh yeah, well, that makes sense. I mean, oil company are going to go fix some oil. Why wouldn't they? Yeah, hey, that's what they should do. Sorry, guys, I'm just ranting.
Capitalism, the way our society works, is just wrong. We have
imperialism, capitalism. Right. I mean, us going down there is all fucking imperialism for certain.
We have enough resources on this planet to make it to where everybody lives a wonderful life, and we can be green about it. There's so many resources that it's sickening that we do it the way we do it. That capitalism hoards it, starves people. So many. I mean, if you've got a yacht that has yachts inside of that yacht, you've got too much money.
You got a yacht that has an airplane, like a helicopter pad.
Yeah. Well, the yacht inside your yacht has a helicopter pad. You're actually got a landing strip on that. I mean, you've seen how ridiculous these yachts. You shouldn't have a billionaire until you don't have any poor. And how is this whole fucking thing about Tesla? Tesla is now behind. They are no longer the leading electric car. It's BYD out of China is now the biggest electric car company. Matter of fact, for the second year in a row, Tesla has lost money. And yet somehow they're giving their owner nearly, $500 billion. How is that possible? How is the Ford family not stupid rich? They've been around for 100 years, longer than Elon Musk. How? Anyway, I ask these stupid questions.
But they're just but things just seem so askew, and nobody's out. Nobody wants to help anyone. You know, when you're a billionaire, you'd think like, okay, well, maybe I can be, what is it, a philanthropist? Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
But it's just to make themselves look good. Like that's the shtick to put in front to present to everybody as to why. Well, it's okay that I'm a billionaire. Because look at all the good things that I'm doing with my money. And meanwhile, they're freaking trafficking kids. Get the F out.
That goes around. Talk about billionaires cosplaying as good people. Let me tell you a story about this man named Alfred Nobel.
Oh, yeah. He's not that good of a person, is
Alfred Nobel was a warmonger. He's the one who invented dynamite, as well as, what was it? It was TNT, dynamite, nitroglycerin. There was also things that you had to put into, there's this soft cotton where it's like a cotton thing for guns. I mean, he made killing people something. And then one day he woke up and he saw a newspaper article that said, evil warmonger has died, Alfred Nobel falls, or whatever. But it wasn't him. It was actually his brother who lived over in Europe who had died. But that gave him an insight into what people thought of him. So at that point, he decided to create the Alfred Nobel, the Nobel Peace Prize. There's actually several prizes, but the Nobel Peace Prize. And that's the reason why. Now everybody associates Alfred Nobel with peace. But Alfred Nobel has killed more people than Donald Trump, probably.
Damn.
So if you didn't know that
about a whole new persona. Right?
Like money, used money, literally used money.
Yeah, he just used money to propagandize to people and sell this whole nother side of him. And then, people just, as you said, people just trust. Oh, peace. It's peace.
Yeah. And whenever you can, the Nobel Peace Prize is supposed to be there for a purpose, a reason, for those who instill peace. If you can threaten, intimidate, and terrorize that group of people to the point that they give you, if you can force the Nobel Peace Prize, you're not being peaceful.
What the hell?
I'm going to do a thing. Let's do a thing. What do we want to do now? Let's see. I really want to run my damn video where I've got that one that says Donald Trump is the biggest terrorist in history. That's really appropriate. That video did not do as well as it should have. That was my last pure political video. We decided not to do pure political videos, you know, and we've been sticking to mostly religion, until, you know, occasionally. Better than Ember. It's all marketing. It's still accepted. I'll still accept a Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah, you get $1 million with it. Physics would be great. Literature is good. Yeah. Kelly Laughlin, he invented dynamite and so many other things. Dynamite, nitroglycerin. Nitroglycerin was too dangerous to haul around. So that was one of the reasons why they actually got it into like this. They call it gun cotton. If you've ever heard of gun cotton, that's what that is. It's a way of putting nitroglycerin into something in a form that won't shake and blow up. So it had good things like mining and stuff like that. It had its good things. One of the reasons why, because he was just building dynamite, I think in the beginning, and he had a factory and it was building dynamite, but it was very dangerous. It may have been nitroglycerin. I think it was nitroglycerin. They were doing the nitroglycerin. And one of his factories exploded and killed his brother. And they talked about the ripped his flesh from, I mean, people had never seen this kind of thing
Gore?
up to this point. Yeah. Gore, sheer gore. And so that was one of the reasons why he started moving to, so essentially he made something really, really dangerous and spent the rest of his life trying to make it safer. Really, when you see the progression of what he was doing. But still, it was a dangerous thing. It was still a war tool. It was still, you know. It's like the guy who put leather on the handle of a sword, and then he put the scabbard on there, you know, on the hand shield. He's still building a sword, you know.
Right.
Kind of thing.
Damn.
So.
Yeah, no, that's, you don't realize the history, because that's not the part that they want to share with us.
Yeah. Well, in fact, now this is the guy who, the money they give out with the Nobel Peace Prize is blood money, by the way, because that's where he got his fortune. That's where he got his fortune. He had like 150
so
or 200. From like
him?
Yeah, from him.
Like
he had
estate?
His personal, he had like hundreds of millions of dollars in 1800s. So that's how much money this guy's had. And, you know, of course, it grows as any other money. But literally, if you take the Peace Prize from Nobel or any prize from Nobel, it comes from blood money. Money that was given to him to buy weapons and the makings of weapons of war.
Oof.
Put that in your smoking pipe. Gun cotton is nitrocellulose. It's not dynamite. No, I know that. I do know that. Dynamite is nitroglycerin. I think it's more like nitroglycerin comes from dynamite, doesn't it? The sweat of dynamite is nitroglycerin. Anyway.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I believe so. Old TNT or old dynamite will sweat nitroglycerin, I think is how that goes, or some business. But gun cotton was a way to make, I believe, nitroglycerin safer, so it could be transported and used.
Transported, yeah.
But I'm old and I forget shit, so maybe I'm wrong.
Could you imagine being the person having to transport it for the first time after knowing what's happening? Driving.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's quite a few people who died because of it during the mining and all that business. But really, the difference, I mean, even the difference just dynamite made, it was a huge beneficial thing. But there were people who were getting killed using the dynamite. And so they made that safer, but still it just lots and lots of death. Let me run us a commercial. We'll be back in just a minute. Let's do this thing.
Mi burrito es tan bueno. It burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. El ataco fue no bueno. It stings like a bee. They told me she was his sister. Now I'm plagued between the knees. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse. There's fire between my legs. Mi burrito está no bueno. A full bladder I fear. Abraham's lies and Sarai's touch have left me itching front to rear. Mi burrito está no bueno. It burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs. Mi burrito está no bueno. A full bladder I fear. Abraham's lies and Sarai's touch have left me itching front to rear. Mi burrito está no bueno. It burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs.
Here we are. Okay, everybody. Yeah, thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Theoretically, Guitar Dog loves the dancing in the video. Me too. She's a hottie, isn't she a hottie? She's a hottie. Of course, the dancing guy with his crotch on fire. That's always good. I think we may have our audio levels fixed. I don't know. I'm trying to adjust them here. I'm going to go here and bring that up just a little bit. There we go. And because we're, our sounds are too low in certain places and too high in others. So we'll see if we can get you guys all squared away. Because our commercials were too loud. Like I said, in order to take calls, I had to install this program I hate. It's fantastic. It's wonderful. Does a great job. But it just makes life so much more difficult. Yeah. So hopefully I got it better. I'll have to keep an eye on it and see where our levels ping out. So
Hey, at least you got the caller on. I could hear, you could hear, we could conversate. That's a step.
It is a step. For some reason, I've got this thing, and I specifically programmed it to say out to Ryan. It does. It's like it's little B2. So over here in your thing, I was like out to Ryan, B2. Over here, B2 in the system is not you. I don't know why. Remember you said, "Oh, I lost the sound." I was like, "Really?" I had turned off what I thought was something else, and I turned off anyway. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to do something, taser this system, but we got it going. I'm glad we got it. Hopefully we'll, it's been fun when we've had our calls. I can't wait for the Christian calls to start coming. I think that just people don't know we're taking calls now.
Yeah. It might take a while.
Yeah. So we'll spread the word. B2 or not B2? That's right.
That is
apparently not, really, to be honest and fair, not B2. We do have a caller coming through. We'll see what happens here. Wonderful caller. Please put your name in the thing. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to get ready to maybe perhaps take a call. We got like 10 minutes left. Caller hung up, it says.
Oh.
That's okay. Don't become intimidated. It's okay. Call us back. We're not that scary. Well, Brian is, but that's okay. Don't tell her. Are you okay?
I don't bite hard.
That's a lie straight from the devil. The Yoda sphere. Yeah, all right, so we don't have a caller. Oh, maybe we do. It looks like caller's having problems. Possibly. Yes, a caller from far away. And we'll see here in just a minute. Auto screen skipped by caller. You know, I really got to make a rule about that, don't I? I think we have a rule. It's just people don't know the rule. And of course, we don't know about the auto screener. So I'm going to pop it up here and see what happens. All right, come on. Go. Corner pool hall, 8-ball speaking.
Hello?
Hello. How are you doing? Can you hear us?
Far away. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I hear you.
I hear you.
Oh yeah, this is Jackie. This is Jackie, Rational Poet.
Oh,
Wow.
hi, Jackie.
Hi, Jackie, Rational Poet. How are
Hi.
you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing fine. I was juggling a lot of things while listening to you. What were you talking about just now? Because I was busy focused on trying to get my phone to work.
We were talking about something very important, so important we wouldn't forget what. Oh, we were talking about actually. Well, we're talking about Ryan's.
We just come back
Ryan's
from
connection.
commercial.
We just come back from commercial. Commercial. Oh, I don't remember Rational Poet, Jackie. We'll talk about whatever.
You had the crotch cooties. I know about that crotch cooties.
Indeed.
We were
You're
definitely talking about
familiar with
crotch
that, huh?
cooties. That was part of it.
Yes, you can get a shot that'll fix that up. Clear right up. So thank you for calling us, Rational Poet.
Yeah, I remembered what I was going to talk about. Trump, by doing what he's doing with Venezuela, is actually giving permission to China to invade Taiwan. It's giving Putin permission to be more aggressive toward Eastern Europe as well. So I just think it's just batshit insane. And in fact, 50 former Republican intel agents signed a letter warning Americans not to elect him the first time he ran, when he ran against Hillary.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just astounding to me that how quickly history, people forget history, past history, because he's meeting all the check marks of fascism. He's attacking minorities. I mean, I'm a transgender woman. He's not attacking us because he actually gives a shit. He's attacking us, and he's attacking migrants, and he's attacking blacks, and he took away women's body autonomy to test the waters to see how far he could go in taking away, because this is not going to end well for his supporters either. You're going to end up like North Korea or Hitler's Nazi Germany. That's what it's going to end up like if we don't resist this.
Absolutely. The military leaders who are resigning, as I've mentioned on the show before, they're not doing us a service. They're not. What they're doing is removing good people from the military, and before long, the only ones that'll be there are the ones that will do Donald Trump's bidding. And like Miss Ryan said earlier, we've got them outnumbered. Very true.
We do.
But they have us outgunned.
Yeah, and Mark, I think Mark Kelly sets a damn good example. I think the other thing that I don't know if you watched Pete Hegseth's disaster of a speech in front of the military.
Heard about
it. They were expecting loud applause and yeah, go, and it was dead silence. All of those generals was like dead silence.
That's what I love to hear. I mean, what we know that we are witnessing, like more to your point, Jackie, like we know that we're witnessing this manufacturing of consent, and it's across social media, it's across our media, it's in other countries. And I agree that with what we're doing, we're basically just saying like, this is okay. So if China does this, it's really okay. Even though it's, we're not saying that. We're giving authorization. If we're such a power, as we were told by Stephen Miller, then wouldn't we want to be exemplary? And I don't mean exemplary with a war, with our war tools. I mean, duh, if we're a rich country, of course we can have war tools. That doesn't make you better or smarter. I mean, but I know that might makes right to him. I'm so appalled that it's been so easy over this past a year actually, right?
Yeah.
It's been a year at this point.
Yeah.
That we've seen everything slip down into this chaotic state here.
And it's like there's nothing
Well,
can
it
stop
was
them.
completely predictable, though. And the problem is getting enough of society to realize what is going on. And again, I would just warn all of the MAGAs out there, you think you're going to be okay. No, you're not. Eventually, your rights are going to be taken away as well.
Yes. They will find that they're caught in the crossfire, just like MTG has found. She herself will be at the crosshairs of the administration for speaking up, just like Massey is his name, I believe.
Massey.
The other guy, yeah, anyone with the Epstein files. I mean, he can't wait till he can take them out. So yeah, I don't trust.
Yeah,
a lot of
you think they would have learned with Michael Cohen? I think that was the biggest thump that Trump dropped, was crushing Michael Cohen under his foot. It's like, he doesn't give a shit about you. He doesn't give a shit about anybody. It's all about his fragile little fucking tiny dick ego.
How can you, that's what I'm saying.
Excuse my language.
Trust that it won't be turned on you, that knife isn't going to stab you in the back.
Yeah.
That's a risk.
Right.
It's a big risk.
But anyway. All right. Well, I will leave you guys to the rest of your shenanigans.
Well,
love you guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for calling.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
Okay.
I'll let you go. Thank you, Jackie. We'll see you tomorrow on the show. Be here for Thursday and then, of course, Friday. I want to talk about our Sci-Fi Friday here in just a second, okay?
Actually, I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Sorry.
Oh, well, be here for Sci-Fi
after.
Friday then. After, yes.
Thank you, Jackie.
All right.
I hope you have a great day and a great doctor's
Bye.
appointment.
Bye. Thank you. All right. Let's see. Is that going to work? Boop. There. It worked perfectly. That's fantastic. If Chris lets me, you'll be a super chat challenge next Tuesday. I'd like to do a super chat challenge. I don't know what that's about. Do I get to keep my clothes on?
I don't know what that is.
That's what Kelly's around for. He's going to teach us stuff.
Teach me,
Important
Obi-Wan.
stuff. Yes. Let me come over here and check and see what we've got. I'm going to wrap up our thing and do our super chats if we have some. I think we did have some super chats today. Thank you, all wonderful peoples. There's the chat. And so we had a $10 super chat from Geo Sam saying U.S. generals must refuse unlawful orders, even if those orders come from the president. Yeah. See, that's the whole deal. U.S. generals must refuse unlawful orders. Period. Full stop. Doesn't matter who they come from. Period. Full stop. That's my thinking.
Period.
Period. Damn it. I think I just got out perioded. All right, guys, we're gonna go now. This Friday, we're gonna be talking about passengers on Sci-Fi Friday. Thank you, Rainbow Ash.
Got your wish, Rainbow.
But there's a link at the top if you want to go vote for next week's shows. The ones that have already been submitted, the first 5 voters get to submit. Our Event Horizon, Lost in Space. We're going to do, instead of the series, they nominated the series. We'll do the movie though. Children of Men, The Last Starfighter, or Poor Things. Currently, Event Horizon is winning. We watched that not long back. Both of us kind of watched it not long back. So that'll either, I don't know that we'll have to rewatch it because you and I just rewatched it. So we can talk about it. Right. You people in the chat If it wins, we'll need to go watch it. Though we weren't doing this whenever you watched it and I watched it. We weren't doing this poll thing and all that business. So now
Right.
we're doing, let me get that and that. Okay, so the link is in the top. And like I say, it's currently, oh wait, it just switched. Now last Starfighter. There's only 11 people who have voted so far. So your vote has weight, my friends. It looks like right now, The Last Starfighter is a movie in the lead. I would watch that. I enjoy it. Mark Reed, thank you for calling today. He's off to bed. Thank you for calling, and have a great day and send safely, my friends. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and hang up and go do the thing. Thank you all for the calls, for being awesome, for the
Thank
super
you.
chats. Ryan, thank you for joining me. We'll see you
Thank
tomorrow
you.
for Thursday.
Ember's up next. Stay tuned, guys. Love you.
That's
Bye.
right. My stream will kick you over to Ember as soon as we're done. So, guys, have a wonderful day. We'll see you tomorrow. Send safely, my friends. Take care.
Got a house that smells like old cheese and shame. Father Flanagan's flesh candles change the game. Goat-scented thrills for your soul's delight. Light it up, baby, make your room right. When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Confession booth, busy, no need to stress. Light a candle and forget your mess. Gross odors vanish like sins in the wind. With each wick, guess who's your new best friend? When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the ghost in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Lambs and calves may have their day, but goats, the scent that leads the way. Clean your slate with a sniff so pure. Father Flanagan's got the cure. Turn your home into a saintly space. With every whiff, find redeeming